In the annals of history, there are battles that forever alter the course of empires. One such battle took place in the heart of the Mughal Empire, a clash that would shape the destiny of a once mighty dynasty. Welcome to the story of the Battle of Karnal. The Mughal Empire, renowned for its grandeur and power, stood as a dominant force in South Asia. Yet, within its opulent halls and sprawling territories, internal strife and external threats loomed. Nader Shah was the Shahanshah of the Persian Empire. He belonged to the Afsharid dynasty. During its zenith, Shah's empire stretched from the Black Sea to the Persian Gulf. He was constantly engaged in battles with the warlords in Afghanistan. Many of them who were defeated by Shah had taken asylum in the border areas with the Mughal Empire. Shah had requested the governors of northern India under the Mughals to turn over the escaped Afghan chieftains to him. This was largely ignored by the Mughals, and Shah used this as a pretext to go to war. As Nader moved into the Mughal territories, he was accompanied by his Georgian subject and future king of eastern Georgia, Erikl II, who led a Georgian contingent in the imperial Persian army. Nader Shah, along with his troops, entered the Mughal territory from Kandahar. The frontier governors resisted the Persian attack briefly but were routed by the invading army. On November 16, 1739, Shah led his troops out of Peshawar and towards Punjab's Sindh River. Lahore's governor tried to resist but submitted in the face of a stronger force. He secured his position as the ruler of Lahore by offering a lot of money to the Shah. Emperor Muhammad Shah, recognizing the gravity of the situation, marshaled his forces and sought to confront the Persian invader. Emperor Muhammad Shah appointed his capable general, Mir Manu, also known as Moin-ul-Mulk, who later served as the governor of Punjab under Ahmed Shah Durrani during 1748 to 1753. The Mughals amassed a force of around 300,000 soldiers, comprising a mix of cavalry, infantry, and artillery. They had 2,000 elephants and 3,000 guns. They positioned themselves in Karnal, a strategic city on the banks of the Yamuna River. Nader Shah, on the other hand, commanded a smaller force of approximately 55,000 soldiers, including highly skilled cavalry known as the Kizil Bosh. His troops were battle-hardened and experienced from their conquests in Persia and Central Asia. On the morning of February 24, 1739, the battle began with a fierce exchange of artillery fire. The Mughals, equipped with cannons and muskets, unleashed a barrage of projectiles on the Persian forces. The Mughals' cannons were old and ineffective, whereas the Shah's army was equipped with more effective cannons and guns. Nader Shah's disciplined troops skillfully maneuvered and quickly closed in on the Mughal lines. Afsharid forces managed to lure Mughal cavalry to cross the Ali Mardan Canal, thus separating Mughal cavalry from the main army. Mughal forces under Saadat Khan and Dauran Khan were suddenly ambushed by the Afsharid forces. The main Mughal army still lagging behind, while Afsharid cannons and skillful musketeers proved deadly against horses and elephants. It is also said that due to rivalry among the Mughal command, the troops were left uncoordinated. Emperor Muhammad Shah, witnessing the disarray, retreated to his fortified camp along with his loyal bodyguards. This retreat further demoralized the Mughal soldiers, and their resistance began to crumble. Due to all of these reasons, the Mughal army was routed by the skilled Persian army within 3 hours. It is reported that approximately 20 to 30,000 soldiers and about 400 Mughal officers were killed in the battle. The Afsharid forces later marched towards Delhi, the capital of the Mughal Empire. They met with almost no resistance and occupied Delhi. After Nader entered Delhi, chaos and uncertainty gripped Delhi. And then, on the night of March 21st, a riot broke out, in which some Indians attacked and killed 3,000 Afsharid troops. Nader Shah decided to retaliate, and on March 22, following his orders, the Afsharid troops went berserk. His army mercilessly attacked and butchered the unarmed and defenseless civilians of Delhi. The city was soon covered with corpses, as Hindus and Muslims and people from every other religion were put to the sword or tortured, and houses were burnt. The brutalities were so intense that many people killed themselves and their family rather than surrender to the Persian soldiers. The city was strewn with corpses according to some sources. The Emperor Muhammad Shah pleaded for mercy, and so did the inhabitants of Delhi. The treasury was opened for the Persians, and finally, after many hours, Shah relented and ordered his army to stop the massacre. The bloodbath lasted for almost 6 hours, and around 20,000 to 30,000 people were slaughtered by the Afsharid troops during the massacre. Exactly how many people died has remained uncertain, as the bodies of the victims were simply buried in mass burial pits or cremated in grand funeral pyres without any proper record. Also, some 10,000 women and children were taken slaves. He along with his troops left Delhi in May 1739, but before they left, he ceded back all territories to the east of the Indus, which he had overrun, to Muhammad Shah. As a result of the defeat of the Mughal Empire at Karnal, the already declining Mughal dynasty was critically weakened to such an extent as to hasten its demise. According to historian Axworthy, it is also possible that without the ruinous effects of Nader's invasion of India, European colonial takeover of the Indian subcontinent would have come in a different form, or perhaps not at all, fundamentally changing the history of the Indian subcontinent.